In life, we often believe that our biggest obstacle is the problem itself. But what if the real issue is not the problem, but where we choose to place our attention? When the mind locks onto problems, it begins to multiply them. One concern becomes two becomes a pattern. And slowly, we start to see the world through the lens of difficulty. Not because the world has changed, but because our focus has. The human brain is designed to find threats, to detect what's wrong, to protect us. But in a modern world, this same mechanism can quietly trap us in a loop of overthinking, doubt, and fear. We replay situations. We imagine outcomes. We search for what could go wrong. And without realizing it, we begin to live inside problems that don't even exist yet. So the question is not, do problems exist? Of course they do. But the deeper question is, how much space are we giving them inside our mind? Now, imagine shifting that focus, not by ignoring problems, but by choosing to see beyond them. When you focus on possibilities, something subtle begins to change. Your mind stops asking, why is this happening to me? And starts asking, what can I do with this? That single shift transforms limitation into direction. Possibilities don't erase difficulty, but they give it meaning. They open doors that problems alone can never reveal. Because every challenge contains multiple paths forward. But those paths are invisible to a mind that only looks for what's wrong. When you focus on possibility, you train your brain to recognize opportunity. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because you become more capable of navigating it. And over time, this changes everything. Your decisions, your confidence, even your identity. At the end of the day, this is not about optimism. It's about awareness. Every moment, you are choosing where your attention goes, toward problems or toward possibilities. And that choice shapes your reality more than you think. Because what you focus on, you reinforce. And what you reinforce, you eventually become. So maybe the goal is not to eliminate problems that may never happen, but you can decide how much power they have over your mind. You can decide whether they define your story or whether they become just one small part of a much larger journey. A journey shaped not by fear, but by possibility. And sometimes, that quiet shift in perspective is where everything begins.